Hey everyone, Double P here and welcome. So in today's trading session, I attacked NVIDIA. It was a fantastic trade. You guys got it pretty good trade. It may have ran away from you, but what I always tell you, if you think it's running away from you, you take the strike above or the strike below, you look at the analytics of that particular strike, and you make the decision, do you want to get into the trade? I'm not saying that you got to chase trades, but I'm saying that if you're looking at your screen as I'm doing, it's not necessarily chasing the trade. You're piggybacking on the momentum of what's going on inside of that trade. So you have to make a decision. Either you take the trade or you don't take the trade. You're never out of the trade unless you want to be out of the trade. And you can always get back into the trade multiple times. So the first thing I'm going to show you is what I look at before we get into the trade here for NVIDIA. So as you can see here, I mean, if you should know by now, I trade literally 5 instruments. It's NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, and Meta. I really don't care about anything else. It's not that I don't care about anything else, is that I eat, sleep, breathe, shit, live these equities. As the only way you're going to get good at trading is when you go from here to 50 stocks, to 20 stocks, to 10 stocks, to a handful of stocks. And you religiously look at those positions day in, day out, pre-market, during market hours, and after hours. It's the only way you're going to become a ninja trader, like a cold-blooded assassin. And I say that, and people don't listen to me, they don't believe me, but my traders that listen to me, you know, they're doing 6 figures, multiple 6 figures. I got 7-figure traders, got a whole bunch of them. Those that don't listen, they just flounder, go all over the place. So I'm telling you from my experience. So this is what I look at. So what happens in the morning, right? I look at all these positions in the morning. I look at positions in pre-market. I run through my checklist all the time. Tesla was upgraded in pre-market. It ripped from 254 up to like 260, right up in here. It ripped, right? And then I was looking at it, but then I saw the 200. What I always teach you guys, there's the 200. Here's the 20. It's just hugging that price action, right? I looked at Microsoft. Look at that gap on that. Look at that range on that candle. That's brutal. That's a $3.56 range right there on Microsoft. And I just watched it. There's a 200. There's the 20. I'm looking at it. Apple, same thing. Apple ripped in pre-market. Everything ripped in pre-market. Everything was going on highs. I have enough experience to know now when everything rips in pre-market and everything hits a high in pre-market, what am I looking at? Here's my box, right? There's the box. There's the box. You can see the box down here. I'll bring it up down here for you. Box should be, there's the box right there, right? So let me open this up here. What do I always tell you guys? What is the box? The box is volume. The box is price action. The box is support and resistance. The box is volatility. That's what comprises the box. What happens if the position opens up above the box and it's a good trend? We're going to take a long position. Position opens up under the box, just slightly under the box, The 200 and the 20 are flat, are pushing down. We're going to go short position. The position opens up way under the box, like a standard deviation or 2 standard deviations under the box. We're going to leave it because chances are it's going to fight to try to reverse and come back into the box. It may hit the lower end of the box, and 2 things will happen. It'll hit because that's ultimate resistance, crash, and it will continue down in this downward trend. Or it'll hit and trade through the box, right? And then it'll be like a long day. If it's a strong trend, then it'll break through the box. But this is a lot of order flow. And you can see where all this order flow is right down here in the volume profile, right? That's a ton of order flow. It's a ton of resistance. That's a ton of movement that you got to push through. It's not happening, right? You can see it right there. That's all order flow. This is all order flow right here. It's the volume profile. It's all order flow. It tells you this is what institutions and hedge funds and money managers use. So you should use it too. It's all order flow. This is overhead resistance. What happens when you have overhead resistance? It's too much, right? So let's get into NVIDIA. When I saw NVIDIA, so let me switch back my charts now so that you got the clean, clear understanding. All right. I mean, every day I go through these live trading recaps. This is for you to learn. So let's get into NVIDIA here because that was a trade of the day. So what happens here? There's my volatility bands right here. You can see how volatility is just compressed. It's contracting, it's compressed. It's a spring, it's ready to explode. What I always tell you, I don't use Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are not self-adjusting to the volatility. They are for mid to long-term trading. I use ESD bands, Edward, Sam, Donald bands, ESD bands. They are self-adjusting on the fly. They adjust in real time to the volatility and price action. That's why I use them, because they're a combination of volatility and price action and momentum built into one indicator. And they give you a concurrent, which is a present look and actually a little bit of a future pacing look. It's not going to predict, but if you look at the bands will tell you where the price action is going to be, the upper and the lower band. That's why I use them. They're absolutely phenomenal. I will never trade without my ESD bands ever again, since my mentor put me on them and explained to me exactly how they work. There's your volatility. It's contracted, it's compressed, it's ready to explode. The upper band opens up, the lower band opens up to the downside. This is called a ski slope to the downside. Or you can have an escalator to the downside. Or this is a waterfall trade, because you can look at the waterfall right here with the ESD band, the lower ESD band. Standard deviation above, standard deviation below, true moving average 21. You speed it up and you get that trade right there, and NVIDIA just opened up and it just exploded. Even though it was like at a ridiculous 460 or whatever it was, 463, you know. So what do? I gotta wait. Because I need that confirmation. So right there, that's when you guys get the trade. I gotta wait for, because NVIDIA is all over the place. NVIDIA is a beast. So I have to make sure that there's good confirmation. So you guys get the trade around 9:35, 9:36, because I'm waiting for, what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for that setup, right? I'm not going to get fooled I have to wait for that setup. Why do I wait for the setup? Well, here's one soldier. Then here's a spinning top or a doji, sorry. It doesn't go anywhere. Look, it doesn't go anywhere. I got to wait for that. That's just crazy, right? I don't know what's going to happen, so I got to wait. I got to wait for this big, long, this candle right here. I get my confirmation right there. There's my confirmation. Look at that range. This range was $4.27. That's a huge mother effing range, right? So this candle here is 344, right? This is what I'm waiting for. The 200 right there is green, so I'm not taking it, right? The 20 is green, but it's starting to turn, right? The 200 is dominant. What I always tell you in this situation, the 200 is dominant, the 20 is more dominant, and then we got the true moving average. But I'm waiting for this right here. I'm waiting for this to close. Then I'm waiting for this to close because I have to. I'm not jumping in this trade because this is the candle of indecision. This is the doji. This is a pause candle. You don't know what's going to happen. The NVIDIA could all of a sudden have volatility that comes right into play. Boom, right? That's why I'm looking at everything. I'm waiting for that confirmation. Once I see this $3.44 range move, like I'm just like, okay, this is going to be the setup. Here's the setup. And then when this candle opens up right there and that wick hits right here, that wick hits right there, but you see my price levels, that's when I dive into that. This is a violent candle. These two candles here are very violent. $3.44 range. This is a $4. This is a $3. Sorry, this is a $4.27 range. This is violent. That's violent sell side activity. I'm diving right in. You guys get the trade, and then from there, you know what I mean. You walk it down. You walk it down all the way. Now, if you say, "Oh, I missed a trade," or NVIDIA took off, then here's the trade, 435. I stayed in this trade forever. What I always teach you guys, get out on the high, get out on the low. This trade here, from 177 to 245, you had ample range to get into this move. You had ample opportunity to get into this move. So you could have taken this trade. Give me a second here, someone's texting me. Right? So 176 all the way up to 242. In this range here, you guys got it around 185 because that's when I sent it out to 183, probably around 180, probably around 181. That's when I sent it out, and then it just popped from there. So don't panic because look at the move. You could have easily paid, and I'm not saying you got to overpay to get into a trade, but at a situation like this, you're not overpaying to get into a trade. You're catching the momentum and you're riding the momentum. You're not chasing the momentum. You're riding the momentum. You have to change your mindset and think what you're doing. This is momentum to the upside, right? With the options. So you got to ride that momentum. You got to catch that train. You don't always have to be in the front of the trade, right? You can be beside the train, or you can be catching the train from behind and catching it and then let the train take off and it's dragging you. You're running with it. Right? So you have to think, use your head, right? Because I don't let this affect me. I send out the trade to you guys first. I didn't get in here. Actually, I didn't get into this trade until it was around $2. So you guys got it around 185, sent it out to you, 183, 180. I was looking at it. I didn't get into it to like $2 because it just rifled and it took off. And I was just like, I'm not even going to worry about it. Because I know what's going on, right? So I just hopped on it and I rode it all the way. You know? You got, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you ride it all the way? You'd be completely, you know, you got to do your thing. Obviously, you have to do your thing. From 449 to 530. What a range. What a move, right? So you're curious. That's what I did. That was my trade today. 90K. Very good day for me today. Fantastic day. What a way to start off a Monday. And I'm still watching the video. Am I going to get back into NVIDIA? Probably not. Why don't I get back into NVIDIA? You're probably asking, well, why aren't you getting back into NVIDIA? Well, I'll explain to you the reason why I'm not getting back into NVIDIA. There's the next box. How long is that box? 10 o'clock to 10:46. That's some terrible low-level consolidation. You want to try to trade this, you're going to get ripped apart. You're going to get carped apart. You're going to get carped alive by the algorithms and the money makers. You know, why would you want to trade that? It's actually even worse. Let me extend this box over here for you. Oh, screen is so slow. Right? So why would I trade that? Why would you trade that? It's low level consolidation. You know, what do I have to tell you guys? Low level, mid level, high level consolidation. Wait for the breakout or wait for the low level consolidation. Wait for the breakout or wait for the breakdown. Don't trade consolidation. Inside of this box right here, you're gonna get trapped and you're gonna get wiped out. You're gonna get screwed. You're gonna lose money. You're not gonna make money, right? There's my 200. Right, I'm looking at this is unfolding and telling a story, right? On the 5-minute chart, what are we looking at? The 5-minute setup. We're looking right here. What's going on here? This is huge expansion. Look at these bands tipping up. They want to close. Expansion wants to close, right? Here's the 200 racing down. The 20's turning. So, you know, you have to wait. I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the rest of the marketplace and I'm done. All right. So come over here. I mean, the marketplace is rocking. You know, it's all green, but you can see volatility has been stifled. Where are we here with vol? It's 14. We just got volatility is crushed. Dollars leveling out. 3-month VIX is it's flat. Bonds are down. Bitcoin's down $900. Where's that vol is down? The 9-day vol is down. I mean the ES. Let's look at this. Is all a story that I'm looking at here. Russell. What's going on with the QQQ? What's going on with the interest rate? Interest rates are flying, going up. It's terrible. Terrible. Let me have a look in here. Futures. The SPY took a big dump. Energy is down. Transportation, oof. 30-year, 10-year bonds. What's going on with the financials? I already said the financials. I mean, it's a scary market. Vol's been sucked out of the market. You can clearly see it. Vol's been sucked right out of the marketplace. All right. So why do I want to trade that? Why would I get in here? This is just a slow bleed, how you bleed your account out, right? If you wanted to trade that back and forward. So that's it from Double P. I will see you in the next trading session. Take care, everybody.